Today, we're going to go over 7 different tests that women will do, especially in the beginning and during the first date. And I'm going to teach you how to pass these 7 tests. One of the pillars you guys need to have in order to be successful with women is knowing how to pass a woman's test. All women that are attracted to you are going to test you. The only women that will not test a man are the women that aren't sexually attracted to you, or the women that want to gain control or already have control of a man. They wouldn't waste their times testing those men. Women test men and men test theories. Women are hardwired to test men. This is the way God created them. It's a way for them to separate the weak men from the strong men, the beta males from the alpha males. Make sure you guys subscribe, like this video as well. Game is officially in session. If you guys stay until the end of the video, I promise you, your success rate with attracting women and sleeping with women will skyrocket. But with these secrets I'm about to share with you, you guys will thank me by the end of this video. 7 different female tests that they will do in the beginning, especially during that first date. There's a lot of tests to go over, so I'll save that for a part 2 where a woman will test you in the relationship or later on in the dating phase, because these tests will not stop. So let's get started with the first test that a woman will throw at you, especially during the first date. These are some of my favorite because I can spot them a mile away. The first one we're going to go over is called the compliance test. I want you guys to remember one thing when it comes to compliance. Compliance in a man decreases attraction. Compliance in a woman increases attraction. Remember that, fellas. The more compliant you are to a woman's demands, the lower her attraction is going to get for you. That's how it is. So I want you guys to remember this key fact. I can't stress this enough. Compliance in a man decreases attraction. One of these examples I'm going to give you is, let's say you're out with a woman and she asks you to hold her purse. If you are compliant to her demand by holding her purse, she already has you. She knows you're a compliant little puppy dog, you have no backbone, and you're a guy that's willing to go out of your way and hold the purse in front of everyone. Do not hold a woman's purse. I was out on a date with this one girl. She just got to the bar, and as she's taking her jacket off, she asked me to hold her purse for her. I already see this test a mile away. I know how to handle it. I told her, no, I don't hold female shit. Or you can say, no, I don't hold purses. It says in the Bible, thou shalt not wear female garments. And a purse is a female garment. Whatever you have to do to get yourself out of that situation, do it. And I ended up sleeping with her the first night. Because I'm telling you, when you have this type of a pattern interrupt and you're saying no to a woman, that is a woman's kryptonite. Saying no to a woman is a woman's kryptonite. Beautiful women, they never hear men telling them no. They're always used to men doing whatever the woman asks them to do, including holding their purse. I was out on another date with this one girl. She went to a bar with me that I always frequently go to. I always have a lot of dates meeting me at this sexy, classy tavern. And at the end of the night, she wanted to go use the bathroom. I showed her where the bathroom is because I've been there many times. And before she goes into the bathroom, she asked me to hold her purse. I knew there was a ledge, there was a table inside of the bathroom. So I told her, no, go put it on top of the ledge in the bathroom. And she gave me that, really expression. But I knew I just passed her test. And I ended up sleeping with her that same night as well. And I'm not saying this to brag, fellas. I'm saying this to teach you guys. I know what I'm talking about. Stop worrying about what a woman says they want and start worrying about what they respond to. I only care about results. I don't care about what any woman says or how they perceive me when I tell guys and I teach men to not hold their purse. Another example, I was out on a date with this other Latina woman. As she gets out of my car, she is putting on her jacket. It was wintertime. And she asked me to hold her purse. And I said, no, put it on my car. And she gave me that look once again. And guess what? She put it on top of my car. They're not used to a man saying no to them. And I ended up sleeping with her the first night. I went back to her place. So you guys can take this advice for what it is. I don't give a fuck. If you don't want to be perceived a certain way or you're scared of saying no to a girl, you already lost, bro. This isn't the video for you. A woman might also ask to take a picture. She might give you her phone and ask you or demand that you take a picture of her when you're out on a date with her. You cannot comply to this demand as well, because what women do with those pictures is they're going to use them for their future dating app profiles. All these pictures you take of women when they tell you to, they're going to use it on their dating profile, meeting other men. So you let me know how that makes you feel as a beta cuck if you want to be that guy. And the second you comply to taking a woman's picture every single time you're out with her, she's going to act like she's a celebrity now and she's a star. And you're her personal photographer and you're not even getting paid for it, bro. And no picture is good enough for the woman. She's going to have you keep taking multiple pictures, and now you're standing there like an idiot because you couldn't say no to a girl. Don't be that guy. Don't be a woman's personal photographer. This is another big one right here. Opening the car door for a girl when she demands you to. So when you go out on a date with a girl, let's say she's in your car. You get out of the car, she might be sitting there waiting for you to open the car door, or she might make a comment. You're not going to open the car door for me? All you have to say is, no, I don't open car doors for women. Why? You can't open it yourself? And this always happens with me. I was out on a date with this beautiful, older, mature woman. She's in my car, and as I get out, she's sitting in the car waiting for me to open the car door for her. And she said, I'll never forget, you're not going to open the car door for me? Every guy opens the car door for me. I'm not used to this. And I looked at her and I said, well, I'm not like every other guy. I'm not opening the car door for you. Within 20 minutes, when we were at the bar, her tongue was down my throat. She just couldn't resist. That's the game, fellas. Do not fail this test, because women will ask you multiple times just to see if you're really about that life or if you're pretending. And if you fail and you tell yourself, you know what? Let me open the car door for her just this one time. You know, she's been good. She's been behaving. I might get lucky tonight. Let me go out of my way and be compliant. She already knows you're not about that life. You were pretending the entire time, and she lost so much attraction for you. Another one is hold my cup. Babe, here, hold my cup while I go to the bathroom. Babe, hold my cup while I text this person back. You are not any woman's personal fucking cup holder. You do not hold any woman's cup. You don't hold anyone's cup for that matter, especially a woman's. You tell her, no, put it on the counter. Or you let her know, I'm not a personal cup holder. Nah, I don't hold cups for women. And you just passed her test, and you are much more attractive in her eyes, fellas. This is a big one. Let's say you're at the bar. She goes up to you, this woman you don't even know, and she asks you to buy her a drink. Women will test you because they want to see if you're willing to give away your resources just because she's beautiful when you don't even know this woman. If you buy her a drink, she can never trust you as a man, and you are no longer attractive in her eyes. The way you make yourself appear much more attractive when a woman asks you to buy her a drink at a bar or wherever is by you saying no. You can buy me a drink. I don't buy women drinks that I don't know. All of a sudden, your attractiveness has just increased in her eyes, because most men, they're not saying no to a woman. Most men will comply. Most men will seek their approval. Most men will seek a woman's validation, thinking that they're gaining some type of brownie points with her, when in the long run, it's the opposite. You're losing points in her eyes. And once you buy her that drink, each drink comes with a 5 to 7 minute conversation where you have to grab her interest, or she's on to the next guy. She's on to the next sucker. A woman might ask you to do chores for her. If you're the beta male that goes out of your way and you're compliant like a little puppy dog to a woman telling you to do the chores, you already lost. Just give up in life. Tell yourself, you know what? I'm going to be a beta male barnacle my entire life. This is the way I'm going to live. Happy wife, happy life. I'm going to be miserable, depressed, stressed. I'm going to be in a sexless relationship. If that's the way you want to live, go ahead, because no woman is telling me to ever do any type of chores, especially as a grown fucking man. I can do my own chores. I don't need a woman telling me what to do. And that's the attitude you guys need to have. This is one of the biggest tests a woman will do in the beginning. They want to see, what kind of a man are you? Are you the man that has a backbone, that has a set of balls? Are you the man that has an ironclad type of confidence where you're not here to seek her approval? You're not going to be compliant to anyone's demands. And this one works when you say no, because every woman's fantasy is taming the wild beast and having the bad boy change his bad boy ways for only her. They want to tame that wild beast. And by you saying no, you're giving them that fantasy that they want. The second one is the availability test. Let's say you schedule a date with a woman for Saturday night. Saturday comes, and she asks if you guys can do the date Sunday instead of Saturday. Something happens, she can't make it Saturday night, but she's available tomorrow, Sunday, the next day. They want to see if you're willing to give up your entire schedule just to see this one woman. Does he have any other options? Is he really high value as a man? Does he have anything else going on with his life? Or is he willing to see me and set plans 2 days in a row? If you tell her, yeah, you know what? It's okay, I can see you tomorrow, she's going to flake on you. There are patterns to this. She's going to flake on you, or she's going to ghost you. What you have to do is, when she tries rescheduling the day of the date to another day, let's say the next day, you tell her, no, I'm already busy, but we can see each other the following week. I'm telling you, she isn't going anywhere. Matter of fact, you look more attractive in her eyes, because the average guy who fails this availability test, they're so eager to see a girl. They're so desperate and thirsty that the average guy will drop everything he's doing just to see her the next day. That shows her that you are a loser and that you have no life aside from this one woman. That doesn't sound like a guy who has options. Doesn't sound like a guy who has hobbies or anything else that he can do with his life besides seeing this one woman. Let's say you hang out with a girl one day or one night and you guys had sex. It was amazing. You had a great time with her. She wants to see you the next day again. If you say yes and you agree to this, she is going to flake on you. She will ghost you, fellas. And I remember I slept with this one girl. This was years ago. We were so attracted to one another. She wanted to see me the following day. And I said, you know what? Sure. Usually I don't see a girl 2 days in a row, but I'll make an exception for you. Next day comes. We were supposed to see each other. And I get that text that she can't see me. Something else came up. She's busy. This is why you always ask a woman what her availability is like. Don't tell a woman, I'm free Saturday night, I want to see you, or let's go out Saturday night. Because what if she says, no, I'm not available Saturday, but Sunday I can see you? Now you look like you have nothing else going on with your life. You had 2 days available to see this woman. Put the ball in the woman's court. I usually ask a girl, when are you free? Or what's your availability like? That way they can tell me their schedule and you can set up the date based off of the woman's schedule. You cannot fail these tests, fellas. There's a certain way of asking a woman out, and it's not by telling her that you're free Saturday night and that you want to see her, because what if she's not free? What if she was free Friday night instead? Now you just blew your opportunity and you failed the availability test if you agree to seeing her the day that she's available instead of the day that you're available. So remember that availability test, guys. Number 3, this one's a big one that every guy experiences during the first date, the awkward silence. We've all experienced that pause during the date when we're out with a woman where we just run out of things to say, or the conversation gets at a standstill. It's at a stalemate. No one's saying anything and you experience that awkward pause. This is how you handle it. You have the woman break that awkward silence. Do not be the guy that breaks that awkward silence because it makes you look like you're seeking her approval. It makes you look like you're trying to suck her right back into this conversation, like you're a chimpanzee, a dancing monkey. Look over here. No, I don't want you to lose interest. Let's talk about this topic. Let's talk about this. Women know what you're doing. You start being apprehensive. You start speaking swiftly and rapidly, and they can sense that nervousness. What you guys want to do is be cool, calm, and collected as if you've been in these situations before. Start looking elsewhere as if something else grabbed your attention and wait for the woman to break that awkward silence. She's seeking your approval by doing that. It might take a second. It might take a minute. It might take 30 seconds. I don't care how long it takes. Do not be the first guy that breaks that awkward silence like you're a dancing fucking monkey. Look at me, trying to grab her fucking attention like you're a magician. It's okay. It happens with every date. I remember this one date I was out on with this beautiful, gorgeous Indian woman, and there was this awkward silence during the date. We're at the bar. So what I did was I grabbed my drink and I'm looking elsewhere. I'm looking at the TV. I'm looking at other people. I turned my head. My attention and focus wasn't on her. All of a sudden, she broke that awkward silence and she said verbatim, "I'm not wearing any panties, by the way." And then I slowly turned my head. I gazed at her and I had this shocked look on my face and then a sly smile because I already knew she was trying to seek my approval. She was trying to grab my attention because every other guy tries seeking the woman's approval. And when a woman tells you that she's not wearing any panties, that means easy access. That's what that means. And I think you guys know what happened that same night. We didn't even make it back to my place. We were still in the car. And she was already doing you know what to me as I'm driving. Don't be scared. It shows a woman you know how to handle yourself. You're not scared of the awkward silence. Let her break it. That's not your job as a man to seek her approval and to grab her attention back into this conversation. The fourth one, this is what I like to call the simp test. The simp test is when a woman texts you and she demands some type of money from you. Let's say she says, "Oh, I need to get my nails done for the date. Can you cash at me money? I'm behind on my electric bill or my phone bill. Can you cash at me money?" Women want to see what type of a simp you are. Are you a guy that's going to give away your resources freely to a woman without her earning it just because of her beauty? Because the second you do, she can't trust you anymore. She's putting you in that simp trick bag. The guy that she's going to take advantage of, who is going to give up a lot of money just to see this girl, just to pay for her attention, for her presence, and just to pay to sleep with her. You never want to be put in that category, fellas. So one thing a woman might do is demand a dinner date. Let's say you have plans to take her out for something simple, something that doesn't cost a lot of money, maybe a classy bar for a drink. Maybe you go bowling. Maybe you go to the park for a walk, anything, guys, for ice cream, whatever it is. And the woman texts you or she says to you, I only do dinner dates the first date. She wants to see how much of a fucking chimpanzee you are. A woman that demands dinner dates the first date as if she's fucking the Pharaoh of Egypt, as if she's the fucking Queen of England, she's a professional dater. That's the type of woman that she is. She is a professional dater who is used to dating beta males that are compliant to her demands and beta males that will simp for her. Because a professional dater knows the more money a man invests into her, especially during the first date, the harder it is to lose that investment, the harder it is to lose that woman. And they'll play the long game with you. They'll keep making all these simp demands for you. They want you spending all this money, and they're going to make you wait for the you know what, while they're sleeping with some other guy who isn't spending $1 on them. I remember this happened to me one time. I matched with this beautiful woman on a dating app, and we had a date scheduled. So the day of the date, I sent her the address to this classy bar, like going to this tavern. And she responded by saying, "Oh, I thought we were going out on a dinner date." I said, "No, I don't do dinner dates the first date." And she said, "Well, I'm not going unless you're taking me out to dinner." And you know what I did? Completely ignored her. Never talked to her again. I deleted her number. That let me know everything I needed to know. Because the second you let a woman dictate the first date is the second she's going to dictate that relationship from that moment on. Especially when she's looking at the menu and she's ordering the most expensive food item. She's ordering the most expensive wine bottle that they have just to see your reaction. And then you guys wonder why this type of woman wants a $30,000 wedding ring or else she's not marrying you. Because she's been dictating that relationship since that first date when you allowed her to dictate that dinner date that you didn't want to go to. And most of you guys fail these tests because you're needy, you're thirsty, you have no balls as a man, you get no other options, you get no women, you don't understand the game, and you guys fall for this because you are a desperate beta male barnacle who can't say no to a woman. I'd rather stay home and read a book than having a woman dictating where we go the first date or any date for that matter. I'm good. I don't need her. I don't give a fuck. I'm not needy or thirsty. I know there's a line of women out there who would love to grab pizza with me, who would love to go out for ice cream, who would love to go out for a drink or the walk around the park. Doesn't matter to me. Do not fall for that. Like I said, if she asks for any money from you, without her earning it, I wouldn't even give a woman money if she asked me, even if I was dating her. That ain't my style. That's never been me, number one. So they'll see if you're willing to give away your resources just because of her beauty. When you say no, nah, listen, I wish I could help you, but, I need help myself. Make up some shit, right? Just say no. Watch how quickly she disappears. And good fucking riddance. Because you don't want to fuck with women like that to begin with that are getting you to simp for them. Women will get away with this. You'd be surprised how much balls women have when they'll ask you for money or any type of your resources because the guys of the past have always been simps and compliant to their demands. So women feel as if they can get away with this behavior with every other guy after these men. And this is the issue with simps and beta males that are too scared to say no. You guys are the cause of why certain women act the way they act. Because instead of saying no, instead of grabbing your fucking nuts that you don't have, obviously, you would rather send the woman money that you don't even fucking know. You'd rather let them dictate the first date because you have no balls. And now these women believe it's okay to behave this way with every other guy they meet. Let's say she changes the venue or time. You sent her the Google location. You sent her the place where she's going to meet you. She looks at that place and she's like, it looks a little too cheap for me. Let me see if I can change the venue so he can spend more money on me. If you allow a woman to change the venue or the time of the date, you already lost. It's the same thing. She knows you have no backbone. She knows you're not a man of your word. You don't stick to your guns. You're not a leader whatsoever. So she's going to take advantage of you, and as she should. And I hope she does take advantage of you for being such a poor, pathetic excuse of a man. She'll ask you to buy her a drink. We went over this. This is one of the biggest simp tests that a woman will do when you're out at the bar. You don't even know this woman, or a couple of women will go up to you asking you or demanding that you buy them a drink. That is another simp test they'll do. We already went over that one. The fifth one is called frame control. This is my favorite one, frame control. So you're out on a date with the girl. She might tease you a little bit. She might look at your shoes or sneakers. She might make fun of your shoes. What you say is, oh, you don't like these shoes? Good, I'm going to wear them every single time we go out on a date now. Oh, you don't like my beard? Good, I'm going to make sure I grow it out for you again next time we go out on a date. And you give her that sly smile. A woman wants to know that she can tease you without you getting butthurt, without you acting aggressive, without you acting serious, and without you getting offended. Because if a woman can tease you and you can tease her back, it shows her that you're socially dominant. This is a man who's so comfortable with himself. This is a man who's confident. I like him. So a woman will tease you just to see your reaction. Let's say you're driving with a woman and she might tell you where to park. Oh, that's a good parking spot. Park over there. You as a man, you have to say, no, I'm going to park over there. Do not let her dictate the frame. You never let a woman have the frame control. You as a man, you always have to be in control of the frame. A woman might disagree with you as well. She wants to see how you handle disagreements. Are you the guy that's going to go back on your word? Are you the guy that's going to agree with what she says, even though you disagree with it and it's not part of your beliefs or views, just to seek her approval? Women will test you to see how weak you are. How weak is your frame? So she might also persuade you. She might lead you. I only do dinner dates the first date. She wants to test what kind of a frame you have. Because if you're a weak man who doesn't have a good sense of frame or frame control, they know they can take advantage of you. And there are predatory women out there. Just like men are predatory, women can also be predatory, guys. You always lead the interaction. You always lead your woman. You always lead the date. Everywhere you're going, everything you're doing, you are leading the way. Let's say you guys go to the movie theaters. Your girl might say, babe, let's sit over here. The average beta male who has no frame control is going to allow his woman to lead where they're going to sit. But a man who has a strong frame control, he's going to say, no, babe, we're going to sit over here. And she's not going to question it, but she's testing to see how much frame control you have. Are you giving away your leadership abilities, or are you a man who is the leader? Let's say first night you go out on a date, you're back at the woman's place, she's back at your place. You start making out with her heavy, you start hooking up with her. She might tell you, oh my God, babe, can you just, you know what, F me already? The man who has frame control, who's in control, he's going to tell her, no, I'm not done kissing you yet. That is control, fellas. That is frame control. And she also wants to see, do you stick to your guns? This is why a lot of people like Trump. It's because he knows how to break social norms and he always sticks to his guns. He never changes his opinions or views. Whatever he says, he backs it up every time. He's unapologetic. Women find that very attractive. Whether you like Trump or not, that's why a lot of women find him attractive. It's because he always sticks to his guns. And frame control will lead to congruency. Women will give you a congruency test. Are you the real deal or are you pretending? Women want to test whether you're who you portray yourself to be. Are you that alpha? Are you that player you're portraying yourself to be? Or are you just pretending to be a weak man? Or are you pretending to be a beta male barnacle? So they want to see if this is all an act with you. So when a man is congruent with who he is, he sees himself as a prized catch. He's a man of strength, a man of authority, and leadership as well. He's a man who has leadership abilities. This will communicate confidence and therefore the congruence she's testing you for. This is why women will test you with the congruency test. But if you see yourself as a prized catch, you see yourself as a leader, you see yourself as a man of strength, you will always communicate congruency to a woman. And I'm going to give you an example right now. I always get this one from women, and I already know how to pass this shit test, this congruency test. So a woman might ask, are you always this arrogant? This is how you fail the test, fellas. No, I'm not that kind of guy. I was just kidding. Listen, you got it all wrong about me. I promise I'm different. Boo! Fail the test. You are a fucking loser in her eyes. She already knows you're not about that life. How I would have passed that test when a woman asks, are you always this arrogant? This is how you pass the test. So I've been told. Or I've heard worse about myself, but thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Or you can also tell a woman, let's hope you like arrogant men then. And you give her that sly smile. Are you always this arrogant? I'm glad you noticed. Guys, you always double down. When in doubt, go with the flow. Always double down when a woman tries testing you like this, or if she says, are you always this annoying? So I've been told. Let's hope you like annoying guys then. I'm glad you noticed. Pick either one, because now she knows you are really about that life. If you try defending yourself or you get offended, she knows, I knew he was just pretending. Look at him. He's pretending. He's trying to seek my approval now. I knew he wasn't really about that life. He's not really who he portrays himself to be. That is so repulsive to a woman. And I can't tell you how many of you guys fail this test because you don't know the game. You don't know that a woman is even testing you. The worst thing you guys can ever do is defend yourself to a woman. You always go with the flow. You always double down. I was out on a date with this girl once. This was years ago. I was probably 22. I think she was 20 or 19. And after the date, we're driving in my car. We're about to come back to my place. She's in the passenger seat. We're at this red light, and there's this awkward pause, awkward silence. I'll never forget what she said. She looks at me and she asked, so how big is your dick? And I looked at her and I was like, the fuck? Like, why is she asking me this? And she said, no, I'm serious. If we're going to sleep with each other, it has to be 8 inches or bigger for me to even feel it. I knew this was a shit test. I looked at her and I said, it's 2 inches. Why? And she looked at me and she was like, no, I'm being serious. How big is it? I need to know. And then I looked at her again and I said, okay. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I'll be serious this time. It's actually the size of a Tic Tac, but at least it'll freshen your breath though. Shit test passed. She knew I was congruent with who I was because if a guy is pretending, he would have been defending himself. He would have been saying how big he is. He would have been bragging, seeking her validation. He would have gotten offended. Everything else besides passing her test. Double down. Always go with the flow, fellas. And I ended up sleeping with her that same night too. Boom. This is why it's so important to pass a woman's test, because another way they'll see if you're congruent. Let's say you guys saw a movie together at the movie theater. She asked your opinion of the movie. You tell her you loved it. You thought it was amazing. The plot was great. The acting was good. And then the woman tells you, really? You liked it? I thought it was horrible. I thought that movie was so bad. The average beta male is going to tell her, you know what? Now that I think about it, you're right. That movie was bad. You're absolutely right. I can't believe I thought it was good. Boo! Failed her test like most of you beta males do. Now, women will see how agreeable you are, especially with that example. Are you a yes man? Are you willing to change your views and opinions just because she doesn't align with how you feel or how you think? You cannot be agreeable just to seek a woman's approval. With that example I gave you, if a woman asks for my opinion on whether or not I like the movie, and then she tells me, I can't believe you liked it, it was horrible, it was shit, I look at her and I tell her, listen, if you don't want to hear my opinion, don't ask me next time. You asked for my opinion, and I told you the honest answer. That's how you handle yourself, fellas. Do not be scared to put a woman in her place. Women actually like it when a man puts them in their place. The woman asks you how you like the salmon. You told her the salmon was good. I liked it. It was well cooked, well seasoned. And the woman says, oh, I can't believe you liked the salmon. It was so dry. I didn't like the seasoning at all. The average beta male who's agreeable, who wants to seek her approval, what he's going to say is he's going to change his mind and opinions. He's going to change his beliefs now just to align with hers. He wants to seek her validation. He wants to seek her approval. But the boss player, the alpha, a guy like myself who doesn't fail these tests, I'm going to look at her and I'm going to tell her, well, not everyone has great taste in salmon then. You could use that for nearly every situation. You're playing a song in your car, your girl doesn't like it. You can tell her, listen, I'm the driver. We're listening to what I want to. Not everyone has great taste in music then. This is how you put a woman in her place. This is how you become the leader in her life. This is how you have the frame control. This is how you pass all these tests, fellas. Everything matters that you do with the woman. And the biggest issue I see with men is they don't even know where to start. They don't know when a woman's testing them. They don't know how to pass a woman's test. They don't have any confidence. They're too scared to say no to a woman. This is the thing with bad boys, with players, with alphas. And this is why women love these men. They stick to their guns. They don't try seeking anyone's approval or validation. They are who they are. They're always brutally honest. They break social norms. And they are congruent with who they are. And this is why women find these men so attractive. Remember that, guys. And also another thing, when it comes to all these tests, everything matters that you do. You can't just pass one test and then not pass the other. If you're going to pass her compliancy test, you have to make sure you say no to everything. But you also have to have the comprehension to understand if she's not tall enough to reach something and she needs your help, that's not her testing you to be fucking compliant, you dork. She actually needs help with grabbing something because you're taller than her. If she asks for your help to move something heavy and you're going to say, no, I'm not helping you because you're trying to make me compliant to your demands, you're an idiot, bro. You're a fucking dork. She's asking you because you're obviously stronger than her. So you also have to have a comprehension, a sense of comprehension to know when your woman is testing you and when she's asking for your help. And it's okay to help your woman. But I'm not doing anyone's chores. I'm not holding her cup. I'm not going to open her car door unless she earns it and she's my girlfriend or my wife. I'm not taking a fucking picture of her unless I'm in the picture. I'm telling her to ask someone else. And I'm not holding any woman's purse. I don't care how long I've known her for. When a woman demands that you hold her purse for her, just give up already, bro. If she says, here, hold my purse to the beta male barnacle, and she's making these demands and you're compliant to her like a fucking puppy dog, just give up, bro. Just live by the motto, happy wife, happy life. Ride off in the sunset and just know that this girl will always bend you over and do you know what to you. So it starts with you saying no in the beginning. Show her that you have a backbone, guys. Also, make sure you join our Players University. It's the best men's group in the world that has 4 dating coaches, including myself, helping all the men out there that need help. We're creating winners, especially with women and relationships. Make sure you click the link, join the Players University. My attraction course is out as well if you want to learn the real game. My relationship ebook is out if you want to learn how to pass every woman's test, even when you're in a relationship with her. Also, my workout program is out for you guys. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, and then we're going to do a part 2 eventually of tests that women will do later on in the relationship. Thank you so much. This was part 1. Game is now over.